A foreign journalist once moved into a small apartment in Kyoto and noticed something he couldn't explain. His neighbor lived in an apartment even smaller than his. Yet somehow, her home felt calmer, less crowded, less chaotic. She owned fewer things, spent less money, and never seemed to be chasing the next purchase. At first, he assumed she was simply more disciplined, but then he started paying attention. Every morning, he watched her leave for work carrying the same worn umbrella. Its handle was scratched. One of its metal ribs had been repaired years ago. On weekends, she watered the plants on her balcony using an old kettle instead of buying a new watering can. Nothing matched the image of Japan he had imagined. He had expected a country obsessed with technology and endless consumption. After all, Tokyo is home to some of the busiest shopping districts on Earth. New products appear every week. Convenience stores stand on nearly every corner. Japan clearly doesn't hate shopping, so why did so many ordinary homes feel surprisingly simple? The answer began to reveal itself one evening in a supermarket. The journalist noticed something strange. People walked past entire aisles without stopping. Not because the shelves were empty, not because the products were bad, but because many already knew exactly what belonged in their homes. The same rice they had bought for years, the same tea, the same kitchen knife that had been sharpened dozens of times. Then, psychologists discovered something uncomfortable. The excitement people feel before buying something is often stronger than the happiness they feel after owning it. Think about the last thing you desperately wanted: a new phone, a smartwatch, a camera, a coffee machine. Remember the excitement before you bought it. Now ask yourself, where is that excitement today? Because companies are no longer selling products alone. They are selling possibilities. The expensive notebook promises discipline. The running shoes promise a healthier future. The newest phone promises that you won't be left behind. We tell ourselves that we're buying objects, but often we're buying hope. For a few days, the hope feels real. Then life returns to normal. The object remains, the excitement fades, and another promise takes its place. Perhaps that is why many Japanese homes feel different. Not because their owners reject modern life, not because they possess some extraordinary discipline, but because another idea quietly pushes against this endless cycle. That idea is Kaizen. Small, consistent improvement. Notice what Kaizen does not say. It doesn't say, buy better equipment. It doesn't say, wait until you have the perfect setup. It simply says, start. Walk before buying expensive running shoes. Cook before buying professional cookware. Read before buying another bookshelf. Practice before upgrading the instrument. Because meaningful change rarely begins with a purchase. It begins with action. Years from now, you probably won't remember the phone you upgraded, or the gadgets collecting dust in a drawer. But you may remember the meal cooked in an old pan, the conversations around an old table, the notebook you actually filled. Perhaps that is the quiet lesson hidden inside so many Japanese homes. Contentment doesn't come from finally owning enough. It begins when we stop asking, what else can I buy? And start asking, what in my life still deserves to be appreciated?